So I've got my man Subliminal in the place to be. The album, by the way, is called TrainAThought. You know what I'm saying? Soul Hop is what it's called. And a lot of people don't know that not only do you have a degree in architecture, but you are actually an actor as well.
That's
and
right.
you acted in a film with Ving, Rhames, and Robert Townsend. So fucking random, but yet amazing at the same time. So like, break that down for people, well, because this is something that I did not know.
Well, I know, you know, time is limited, but basically, when I got this role in this movie, it's called The Phantom Punch. All right, the story of Sonny Liston. And if anybody knows anything about boxing, Sonny Liston was the Mike Tyson of that time. And basically, I was going through a period in my career, in my life, where I was broke, you know, I didn't have a lot of money, and I was literally ready to give everything up and stop. I was looking about going back to school, you know, to maybe teach or do something else. And I went in for this audition. My agent did not tell me that Robert Townsend was the man sitting behind the desk. So a part of me was really, really nervous. Another part of me said, you know, it doesn't really matter because I'm done with this. I'm probably not going to get the part. I went out there, I did my part, and I only had like 3 or 4 lines. And Robert Townsend's looking at me, and he's like, take off your hat, man. So I'm like, okay, I took off my hat. He's like, what you got on underneath that shirt? I'm like, my undershirt. He's like, take off your sweat top. I'm like, what kind of audition?
Pause.
Right? Yeah. So what he did though was he stripped me down. He's like, okay, now Sonny Liston just got knocked out. Yell at him. So I'm yelling. He's like, okay, Sonny Liston just threw the fight. Let me see you cry. So long story short, he's grilling me. He's doing all this stuff, and I'm going, and stop. And the next thing you know, I get a call a week and a half later, and he actually went home and created a character for me throughout this entire movie, Catfish Jenkins. And I only had a jail scene. He now made me Sonny Liston's brethren, enemy in jail, turned cutman in the ring. So when you watch the movie, you're not just gonna, you know, see, you know, Subliminal's pinky finger in the scene and be like, that's my pinky finger, dog. You're gonna actually see, you know, I'm really, really in it, and I landed a big role. And working with Ving Rhames, he really took me under his wing and trained me. That's when I got my real acting, you know, sort of training on set. And to this day, Ving, good friend of mine to this day, I thank you for taking me and taking the time to work with me, because you did not have to do that. And that now has opened me up as an actor, and I now started getting more roles, and you'll see me in The Bridge, which will be on CBS and CTV, and did work with Howie Mandel on his new show, How We Do It, and I've done the Disney film Jump In with Corbin Bleu, and we, you know, a whole series of different things. I've worked with Jill Scott and Kevin Bacon and Cave Dwellers, and there's so many things that have happened, but it's people like that taking the time to work with artists like myself to help me get to where I am right now, and where I'm still continually trying to get to.
This is what it is, people. TO is the land of the multiple hustle. Never rely on just one hustle. Look at the man. Architecture, acting, beatboxing, DJ. And by the way, when I say DJ, I'm talking about a guy who entered DJ battles with a fucking cassette player.
DMC.
Okay? So like we're talking about a guy who, no matter what he does, he always approaches it with that level of creativity. Big up to my man Subliminal. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for taking the time, man.
Thank you for helping us create a fucking segment.
Word.
Congratulations. TrainAThought. The name of the album.
iTunes,
Amazon, for a 5-year-old.
Rhapsody, everything, 17 tracks. Pick it up. Features Hezekiah Rah Digga. Nothing left to say.
That's what's up.
Shout out to my man RCP Plus, Musically Insane. Real breaks, yeah.
Hey, you guys, I'm pointing to you.